नमो सिद्धाणम, नमो आयरियाणम, नमो उवज्झायाणम, नमो लोए सव्व साहुनम, एसो पंच नमुक्कारो सव पावप्पणासनो मंगलाणं च सव्वेसिं पढ़मं हवै मंगलम। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, जय सच्चिदानंद। I welcome all of you. Our today's topic is types of. Before we turn to our today's topic, let me check whether I am audible. Am I clear?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Audible.
And you can occasionally unmute to share what you feel. So to begin with, if I say all of us have done lot of meditation in our life until now, some of us are aware and some of us may not be. After few slides, you will understand why I said so. So meditation, this topic is also very deep and it requires some background information. So let us see what reflective consciousness is. The inner psychic mechanism in human being. It has four parts: mind, intellect, ego, and one of the integral parts is chitta, or what we call the reflective consciousness. The function of chitta is to wander and visualize. Its function is to take photographs and to show from time to time. Since long, this reflective consciousness is wandering constantly as it is in search of its own real abode. It has been wandering and watching innumerable different objects and sceneries. It tries to find delight from whatever it sees. Whenever, while wandering, this reflective consciousness halts and concentrates, the other parts of psychic mechanism, they remain quiet. And this makes one happy for some time. Later, it gets fed up with it and it travels somewhere else. To purify this reflective consciousness is the essence of all religions. Why do this reflective consciousness wander here and there? Because it is impure chitta, it is impure reflective consciousness. And to purify this is the purpose and essence of all religion. When we enter any temple, all the five senses are being engaged. With the sound of bell, our ears are alert, and if we listen to that sound, it starts, the sound waves are louder, later it becomes low, and it is lost in the silence. Then our eyes, they are caught by the beauty of idol, ornamentation, design of the inner temple, the structure, architecture of temple. Our mouth is busy with chanting some mantras. The tactile sense or the sense of touch we can feel towards the tilak put on our forehead. And the sweet fragrance of camphor or incense sticks and other good smelling material, they totally catch the sense of smelling. So all these five senses are now unified, and the purpose is to settle the reflective consciousness at that place for some time. And this is what we call meditation. When we enter the temple, we feel very happy. Dada Bhagwan has said that temple is the greatest science of India. Temple is the greatest science of Hinduism. Everything has purpose. Now, turning to meditation as holistic scientist A.M. Patel explores. Meditation, according to him, is concentrating the mind for a certain time. The mind always meditates in some or the other on its own. The mind meditates on anything good or it might be bad. The statement which I made at the outset, that all of us have already involved in meditation. The four types of meditation as Lord Mahaveer described, and further they were explored and explained in detail and very simply by holistic scientists, are these. Raudradhyan, which we can call evil meditation. Second is Artadhyana. This is self-inflicting meditation. These both meditations come to negative category. The third one is Dharmadhyana, that is auspicious meditation. And the fourth is Shukladhyana. The latter two are positive meditation. Each of these meditation has different resultant effects. We are going through all this meditation. One would always be found engrossed in one of these modes of meditation. Now we have understood one thing, that this reflective consciousness is very swift. With the speed of light, it travels and it wanders, it travels here and there. It keeps searching, and its purpose is to make one feel happy. Dada Bhagwan has suggested us to keep this reflective consciousness ready in all activities is also a type of good meditation. Generally, what happens? People sit for lunch and dinner bodily. They chew the morsel. At the same time, their chitta wanders in factory or business or what the boss will say tomorrow. The chitta is not absorbed there. It is very necessary to make chitta stay there while eating food. We should be able to discover the different tastes while chewing that food, then only it will be properly digested. Then only it will provide proper nutrition and it will develop some positivity. Not merely for eating, whatever activities in everyday life, this reflective consciousness is very swift. It is very necessary to make it stay there while we work. So to begin with, otherwise that meditation will be evil meditation. Let us see how. Raudradhyan, evil meditation. Evil meditation takes place when one contemplates causing pain to other living beings or covets what belongs to others. Many examples can be found. It is the waste of energy to think what bad I can do to others, in what way I can cause pain to others. This is the loss of energy. And for a spiritual way, it's very, very bad. So that is Raudradhyan, that is evil meditation, causing pain to any living being. Not we are talking about human beings, any living being. That is why Dada suggested start your day with this prayer that, O Supreme Lord within me, please give me enough strength not to cause even the slightest pain to any living being. Such is the importance of non-violence. And second thought involved in Raudradhyan is to covet what belongs to others. These days, people love shortcut because they have high dreams, they want luxurious life, and for that, they can go to any extent. What belongs to others, it should not be viewed as mine. Nobody should try to snatch what belongs to others. So in this evil meditation, when one thinks of seizing even an iota of someone else's happiness for one's own sake. For instance, suppose there are some grocer or shopkeepers, and in their business, they use their energy to earn unethical profit, to earn income in illegal way or immoral way. And for that, whatever thinking is required, that thinking is evil meditation. Giving less to customer or selling a low quality good at high cost, not giving proper value of money, all this is Raudradhyan in business. Such business initially, there might be transitory gains, but later it falls down and such person, they totally ruin their business. Next, to assert by changing measures. This used to happen earlier. Now we have electronic weights, but still people use their talent. Now there are, see, theft is there. Only the way of theft is changed. Earlier people used magnet because the balance would be of iron. So at in the right plate, they would just paste the magnet of 100 grams, and instead of giving 1 kilogram of any grocery, grains or sugar, whatever, they would weigh only 900. This is the age when our accounts are hijacked. cheating is there, but it is Raudradhyan, it is evil meditation, and it is very, very dangerous, not only for this life, but also for the coming births. These are the curses of Kali Yuga. Further, adultery too is this type of meditation, evil meditation, to lose in the thoughts of lust is simply the killing one's own spirituality and stopping evolution forever. This age is so dark that Dada said Bhagwan has given exemption. Even if one remains loyal to his spouse, husband or wife, and he observes this vow of single spouse, he can be benefited of celibacy, brahmacharya. What does the law of nature say? You may do business raising the price 15 to 20%, but give goods or services less than promised or with adulteration, that is offense. A true religious person will never indulge in unethical tactics. And here I remember a joke, you can call it joke. A shopkeeper and his son, as they had to open their shop, grocery shop, got up in the morning. The shutter was still down, and they just moved in their shop. The father confirmed, "Hey man, have you mixed the white sand in the rice?" He said, "Yes, Papa. In this sack, I have poured 500 grams white sand and mixed properly. Very good." Similarly, he said, "I did with the other grains. Now we are ready." Okay, okay. Then he reminded, "Have you mixed the another oil in the ghee?" He said, "Yes, yes, as per everyday proportion." "And groundnut oil is properly mixed with soybean oil?" He said, "Yes, father. You please rest assured. Now we are ready." Then he said, "Very well. Now let us go to temple to take blessings of God." Now this person can be called religious person. Such persons are not at all religious. To continue with this Raudradhyan, evil meditation, getting angry, abusing and quarreling is also evil meditation. My God, what a loss of energy is there when somebody is angry. You please observe, the speed of breathing is increased. When all our yoga and meditation aims at controlling the speed of breathing in anger, when one is in annoyance, the speed of breath is very much increased, and that is very dangerous. What is the result then of this Raudradhyan or evil meditation? It has very horrible karmic outcome. Evil meditation binds terrible karmic deeds. The result of this type of meditation is hellish life, full of sufferings, miserable life onwards. So not merely the present life is spoiled, but also wrong seeds are sown for the next birth. So this is very horrible, terrible. One should be aware. If you have any question about Raudradhyan, you can ask, or any discussion is required, you can unmute yourself and discuss before we turn to the next type of dhyan. Have you seen people doing this type of dhyan? Are they aware that they are in meditation? This is negative meditation. Will anybody like to say something on this? Whether this dhyan happens consciously or unconsciously, we can discuss for a while so that there will be proper communication. Yes, anybody please unmute and express your thoughts on this.
Yes, it happens on its own, all of a sudden, and due to our most of the time in inadvertence, or sometimes knowingly also it happens.
Yes, sir. Exactly. So that was about Raudradhyan able meditation. Let us be aware of this now. After this session, if you get angry, please try to remind all these things. Second is self-inflicting meditation or Artadhyana. Now, this meditation is also negative and it is seen, it can be experienced. The contemplation which causes suffering to one's own self, that is Artadhyana. The person who has this type of dhyan, he does not harm any living creature outside, but he worries too much about himself, about his relatives, about his children, about future, about job, about anything. And then he is lost in self-inflicting meditation. Comparatively, this self-inflicting meditation is less harmful than evil meditation because it does not affect others, but it affects one's own self. And this is also equally dangerous, equally harmful. To give example, a person in India, what happens generally when daughter is born, the parents right from that moment, ignorant parents, they start worrying, my God, we are gifted by God this daughter. Now we have to save money for her marriage. Newly born baby, even while she is just 7 years old, this the, parents generally involve themselves in this type of worry. Actually, there is no need to worry. What happens? The incident will happen after 15 years. The marriage is 15 years away from the present, but they fetch that event and start worrying. Planning is different thing. Simply worrying. I remember our Guru Lalabhai Patel sir, he asked very amazing question to holistic scientist. If what is in our control and what is not in our control, what is beyond our control. And the discussion was so wonderful that it has a very nice lesson. Okay, whatever is in our control, then we can plan out a remedy for it because it is under control. No need to worry about. But whatever is not in our control, whatever is beyond our control, what will be the use of worrying? Simply worrying will again the waste of energy. So second example here is given on arrival of unpleasant guest. This happens very often at 11 o'clock when you are going to be get ready towards bed, and someone knocked the door. And he said, oh my God, thank you for opening. Oh, you are well, please come, come, come. And then he says, we feel very hungry. Huh? And then the thought process starts. Oh my God, the guest found this time to come. Is this the time? I wish they live sooner. So this thinking too is self-inflicting meditation. Now it's very strange. In India, people do not speak openly. In abroad, the situation is different, right? If somebody comes here and asks for a key of car, suddenly the owner starts thinking, my God, what should I tell this person? What is the better excuse? How he does not want to tell plainly no to that man. He tries to find out another way. In abroad, I think they are at ease. No, I'm very, very sorry. I can't give you. That's it. Or you can take it. It is lying there. Take it. Go. So, on the arrival of unpleasant guest, the desire, the wish that they leave sooner. This is Artadhyana. Indulging in hospitality. Generally, what happens, my experience, let me share with you. If I am the unpleasant guest at some home, how do I come to know? There is too much noise in the kitchen while cooking or while making breakfast. So this gives the indication that the household authority, the lady in that family, is perhaps doing the service, but she is unwilling, the guest is unwilling. All right, so this is meditation, and this type of meditation is self-inflicting. We should always welcome the guest. If we have to serve them, why with self-inflicting meditation? Why not with Dharmadhyana? Why not with all our heart? This causes inner burning within, and mainly due to illusion that one himself is the doer. This assumption of doership strengthens ego, and when things are out of control, one indulges in worrying. So these worries and anxieties are outcome of the misunderstanding or ignorance that I am the doer. In previous session also, we talked about this with the example of rainbow. Nobody can be attributed the doership, because there are many doers involved. There are many evidences. The sun cannot proclaim that this rainbow is because of me. If I'm not there, rainbow would not be seen. What's about water droplets? What's about cloud? What's about the canvas of sky? So similarly, a person is also one of the evidences. He should not feel that he is the doer. He is simply an instrument, or he is simply a medium which nature employs to make something happen. I really smile when people say that I really made him collector, or I arranged this marriage, or this relationship is because of me. I was the mediator for making the bride and groom together. They take credit to some extent. But person can be an evidence, and things happen because of gathering various evidences together. Further, worrying is egoism. A person worries. It means that he believes that I am the doer. Otherwise, there is no need to worry. So-called assumed powers that really don't belong to you bring worries. Otherwise, why doesn't a child worry? We might have witnessed this scene very often, that the parents are not at ease during night because of the some or other event, or because of the some or other thought, and child is enjoying sound sleep, forgetting everything. He knows he does not govern the world. He is not the doer, and he does not know who governs it. Perhaps that is why a very well-known literary artist, a poet, said, When ignorance is bliss, it is folly to be wise. Let us understand this in the light of this fact that one feels that he is the doer is his ignorance. A child does not worry, he is unconcerned whatever is going on, and other people they think that they know something. We call child ignorant and he enjoys good sleep. We call ourselves grown up, knowledgeable, experienced, and we are not at ease. Narsingh Mehta has said beautiful thought here, an eminent poet of Gujarat. He says, to believe that I am the doer is sheer ignorance. It is just like a dog walking under a cart, believing that he is pulling the cart. The autonomous scheme of operation of the world is known to the enlightened yogis, and they shared with us. The enlightened one, they shared it. It's a rare knowledge. Otherwise, it's a very difficult to digest that there is no creator of the universe. Only thinkers can understand. Yogis can understand. As L.D. Patel sir said in the previous session, for general people, God is the creator, be happy. So the autonomous scheme of operation, it is called Vyavasthi Shakti, or the scientific circumstantial evidences by holistic scientist. Lord Mahaveer too recommended not to worry. Some people are very strange people. They always have this or that reason to worry. Right from the baby is born, their factory of worrying starts. To which school will he go? Even after school, to which course should he be admitted? Even after course, to which place he should join his job? After job, the worry of marriage. After worry of marriage, the worries of his children, and it goes on and on till the end of life. So if continues for long, it leads to the loss of reason. Some people worry, it's very strange, when they have nothing to worry about. Some people say, I have nothing to worry about, and they worry about this. It continues for long, it leads to the loss of reason. The karmic result of this type of self-inflicting meditation is Tiriyan Jagati, or birth as birds or animals. One should not feel that the life of bird is very easy. Let me fly high in the sky, let me go here and there, bird's eye view. No. If you watch carefully a bird, you will find how much it worries. While picking grains, he turns his neck in all the direction. Even while picking a single grain, he is so afraid, so fearful, too much worry. So perhaps this is the plan of nature. If you like worrying, then go. Enjoy the life of bird and keep worrying all the time, everywhere. Or be animal. Now, we have discussed two types of negative meditations. Now let us turn to positive meditation. The third one, which elaborately discussed by holistic scientists, is Dharmadhyana, or let us call it auspicious meditation. The state of auspicious meditation is when there are no worries, no anxieties, no inner conflicts, nothing. Calm and composed. Peace of mind. Auspicious meditation means neither be in evil meditation nor in self-inflicting meditation. This is a special exemption given by nature for this dark epoch, dark time, dark era of Kali Yuga. Even if somebody refrain from Raudradhyan and Artadhyana, it is as good as auspicious meditation. Now, this type of meditation, a person is always contemplating doing good for others. I remember Dada Bhagwan has said, if whenever a person comes to meet me, my only thinking is that in what way I can be beneficial, useful for that person. How can I conduct any welfare? How can I do welfare to the person who comes to see me? This is Dharmadhyana, this is auspicious meditation. Generally, what happens when people meet in the party, they deliberately meet the people with this intention that this man is very important. Yes, he will be useful for me. Yes, this income tax officer is politician. He can handle my case. Let me develop this relationship. Let me have his introduction. But see the thought process of the enlightened being. Whoever meets me, he should be benefited in any way. Qualities of auspicious meditation are as follows. Number one is fearlessness. Those who are in Dharmadhyana, they are fearless. They do not worry. Fearlessness, nirbhayata, is the one of the greatest quality. It has been described by Lord Krishna also in Bhagavad Gita. Vitarag bhaya krodha sthita dhir muni ruchyate. A person without fear, only he can be muni. So the auspicious meditation, they are fearless. Here I am reminded of a small incident in the life of Rabindranath Tagore. During the time of controversy, a vandalist was sent to Tagore to harm him. That time, when that vandalist, that strong man, he broke out the window, entered Tagore's room. That time, Gurudev was writing something and he was engrossed in the writing. This, the noise made by that invader was not even disrupted him. So much absorbed he was. So this man was shocked. I entered his room, there was a noise, and this old man, he seems to have lost in something. Then he shouted, "Get ready, I came here to kill you." Tagore stood up and he said, "You can, but right now I am busy, I am doing some important work. You come after 1 hour, I will be ready." The man did not expect. He listened to it and he jumped out of the window. And he did not return back. Perhaps the aura of this auspicious meditation influenced him in such a way that he did not long anymore to come again. So fearlessness is the quality of auspicious meditation. Secondly, patience. A man who is involved in auspicious meditation, he will have patience enough. Generally, people become restless. They are in haste. Now means now. What happens when someone is hungry and waiter or the manager takes time to arrange for the dishes? People get restless. Many people shout, "What are you doing? We placed the order 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago." isn't it? Even at home. So patience is the great quality. Third one is worry-free. We discussed about worries and anxieties. So in auspicious meditation, there are no worries, no anxieties. And fourth is never shifting opinions. The thinking is straightforward. There are no shifting. A man of auspicious meditation will this will never happen to him that in the morning he is praising somebody and in the evening he is blaming the same person. So very few persons in this type of dhyan during these times of Kali Yuga. What is the result of this auspicious meditation? The karmic result of auspicious meditation is celestialhood, devagati. And if this type of meditation is mixed with self-inflicting, then the result is human life. This is what the holistic scientist explains. To take some more instances. Now see, this is very strange that even after doing some service, because of the wrong meditation, because of the wrong inner purport, the, let us call it income, meritorious, it is lost. See, a man donated 50,000 rupees and people say what a good man he is. But what is going on in the mind of that rich man? That if the mayor had not pressurized me, I would not have made this donation. There was a political pressure, so I unwillingly donated this amount. And this is evil meditation. Even after donating a big amount, he a very good benefit of that. And now he's preparing for degradation. Second example to be given, another man. He does not have money, but he contemplates that if I had money, I would use it for good work. This is auspicious meditation. Without donating a single rupee, this man created himself upward way. Without doing any charity, he made upward progress. On the other hand, the person who donated, he created for himself degradation. So, if one has to do something, why not with full heart? Why not with good wishes? Why not with wholeheartedly? Then only it is beneficial. The next positive meditation is Shukladhyana. This Shukladhyana is a suitable topic for yogis. Shukladhyana comprises of 4 stages. In this type of dhyan, the pure self is visible in vague form, not clearly. This is the beginning of Shukladhyana. The pure self appears in vague form. In the second stage of Shukladhyana, there is a distinct experience of the pure self, clear cut, crystal clear, which means the pure self is completely known or realized. The further 2 steps are related to Siddha Munis. Let us have some passing reference to them. They are very, very, very difficult, though not impossible. Shukladhyana of the 3rd stage is the state of omniscient self, fully enlightened being. If you remember, In our previous session, we talked about God as adjective, not as noun. After going through any human being, any man, if he passes through all these 4 stages, then he becomes God, he enjoys Godhood state. The ultimate liberation is at 4th state, thus the ultimate fruit of Shukladhyana is liberation and Godhood state. And this is what Kabir says, Nar karni kare to narka Narayan hoye. In this evaluation process, this is the highest goal for living being. Besides these 2 negative and 2 positive dhyans, a new type of dhyan has suddenly come up. It was not there long ago. This time it has raised its head, and that is Artadhyana. This is negative meditation cropping up in the present era, where there is dichotomy in mind, speech, and action. Something different is there in mind, something different is in heart, and something different in mouth, and some different comes out in action. Head, hands, and heart are not altogether harmonious. There is dichotomy. That is why this Artadhyana has come up. To take an example, while in rituals or prayer, one constantly keeps looking at his watch because he is in a hurry. He has some other assignment. You might have seen some people, they request the Pandit or the person who is chanting mantras, please do it fast. Please do it fast. I have to go. There is less time. Please wind up. Hence, the action of performing rituals is rendered fruitless. If chitta, if reflective consciousness is wandering somewhere else, the use of that ritual is no more. It is no more beneficial. Whatever yajna or puja or whatever ceremony it is, a person should wholeheartedly involve in it. He should not bother. And Dada has given this wonderful secret that if one worries about too much about anything, because of that worry, the game is spoiled and the reverse happens. I personally experienced this. It may look funny something. While riding on my bike, sometime all of a sudden I felt, oh my God, this bike should not get punctured in this area. Otherwise, I will be in trouble. What will happen? This is tribal area. The road is not proper. And for sure, the bike got punctured. And I had to then bear the fruits of that. It was the time when I was away from HSRC and I had nothing, sort of any so-called knowledge or information. So that time this happened. So if we worry too much about it, lately a guest arrived in our convocation program. He stayed there. Then we went to the canteen for dinner. And after taking dinner, while we came to the ground, he reported me that his shoes were missing. I just frankly, being as a friend, I asked him whether you worry too much about it while taking. Please tell me frankly. And he admitted, yes, because I purchased it, my chitta was, my whole mind was there. If somebody to carry them up, what will I do? Then see, now this happened. So this happens. There is no need to worry. To worry too much means we are going to spoil that work. We should have faith in nature. We should have faith in the Almighty. We should have faith in Vyavasthit Shakti. The most important thing is, while doing anything, what meditation is taking place, one has to keep a watch on it and rectify. When in school, focus in studies. When on the playground, focus is on the game. When in conversation, when attending a call, the focus is in that call. When receiving the guest, the focus is entirely on welcoming them. That is the most important thing. It should not happen that in mind something else is there and outer behavior something else is there. All right. Purpose and status of mind. Well, a lawyer was on his deathbed and his children suggested him, Papa, now you have barely very little time. His friends also suggested him, this is the time to pray to God, to pray to Almighty, to chant some mantras, to say Om. And he got angry. He said, what nonsense you are talking? I am lawyer. I should make the arrangement. I should sign some bond. I should share with my family about my property. I should divide my property. And you are telling me to chant this and to do this. One guru was present there and he said, this man has never done any such activity. That is why even when the train is about to leave, he does not remember to do that. So it is very good to make this habit to have Dharmadhyana, so that on the last moment also one can easily grasp it. The basis of one's life after death is on the karmic accruals taken place on the type of one's meditation from time to time. A person who has spent his entire life in evil meditation may not remember any God, any meritorious thing, because in his the whole life he was having Raudradhyan, so he can not easily be in Dharmadhyana. Your non-self part only passes through various states of meditation, but if the soul becomes engrossed in it, then it is signed. This is also very amazing if properly understood. If soul is not involved in that particular activity, if it remains only seer, then you are free as a pure soul. Based on the purpose and state of mind, two people doing the similar deed might get different result. And that is why Dada says the justice of this earth, this world, and the justice of nature, there is lot of difference. One Gujarati proverbs goes like this: Dayane dam ane gadedane gam. Means sometimes it happens of so-called people, according to people, so-called worthless person, he achieves something very marvelous, and so-called very much qualified, experienced, he remains in struggle. Law of nature is truly just. So that is why one should understand, one should have good knowledge of this. And here at this point, I invite all of you, please unmute yourself if there is any question, before we turn to the self-dictums of Dada Bhagwan, let us have here some discussion. I have been speaking for a long time. Now I invite all of you to share your views. So may I invite here Dr. Iti Dayal? What do you think about today's session?
So,
Please unmute.
yes, sir. Thank you, sir. It was very, it was very beneficial. It is very helpful, sir. You gave very precious knowledge to us today. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
It comes from the holistic scientist. So if
Yes, sir.
and if you are interested, I am going to share some wonderful publications of HSRC. You can further explore this. Whatever we discuss, this is only the passing reference and on the surface discussion. For
Yes,
more
sir.
wonderful, what we call knowledge, you can go through these books. I will share in the group the PDF of such books. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I have some books because I had been to HSRC thrice.
Oh, that's
I
very
did
nice.
I did my PhD from Gujarat University, and hence I was in touch with the HSRC.
Oh,
I think
that's very
LD
nice.
Patel sir is there. He knows about me.
Oh, yeah, that's very fine. Very fine.
So it is my privilege that I'm seeking. I'm seeking your guidance, seeking knowledge from HSRC. It is very precious for me, very valuable for me.
That is the purpose of
Thank you.
HSRC. Thank you very much. You are from
Thank you,
Chennai.
sir.
I think you are from Chennai, ma'am.
No, sir. I'm from UP.
UP. Okay. All right.
Okay, sir. Maybe I had to be with I have to be with HSRC. Hence, I lived in Ahmedabad for 7 years, and now I am back in Uttarakhand.
Wonderful, madam. Thank you very much. All right.
My privilege, sir.
Thank you. So let me invite LD Patel sir. Whether if I missed out anything, sir will express his about this topic. Lalabhai Patel sir, are you there? Please unmute. Oh, some network issue. All right. So may I invite Gangadharan ji? Maybe know where are you from and how did you like today's session? Anything to suggest or anything mistake made by me?
Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand.
No. You are absolutely, it is wonderful. The
Thank you,
knowledge
sir.
is so precious and it's ultimate knowledge. So whatever we gain is ultimate.
This is the grace of the holistic scientist.
Exactly.
Really for the interest of entire mankind.
Yes.
Nimesh and Binal ji, have you seen anybody in Raudradhyan somewhere? And can you then help them counseling to come out of this dhyan?
Jai Sachidanand. I don't have a comment.
I have one thing that I, connecting from something else I've read from Dadaji, and please confirm if this is right understanding. So if someone is in meditation on negative aspects of other people, like judgmental, and thinking about those aspects of other people, so it seems to me that Vivashtit will come together and sort of make the other person instrumental in bringing that back to yourself. So that negative thinking about others, it seems instrumental in bringing that back to one's own self.
Oh, this is very
that
good question. It is true, sir. If one is thinking negative about some or the other person, that frequency reaches him and he develops the same jealousy or the same thoughts for the thinker. This happens very often. So that is why it is suggested that generally people do not like their bosses. And when boss calls them, they have this fear, okay, what will he say, what will be the discussion, will he fire me or will he scold me? So one thing is there, if he directly addresses his soul, may the Almighty make my boss talk to me in the soft and humble way. I respect him a lot. I like him a lot. And he is going to share some wonderful information with me. Perhaps he is going to congratulate me on my success, whatever. So this thing happens. Positivity is always helpful. And to cherish negative thoughts about somebody, that person comes to know about it. There is, on to elaborative understanding for this point, there is one exemplary story written by Dr. J.P. Amin sir, the importance of purport, the importance of inner bhav or inner purport. I will share in the group. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Jai
Thank you.
Satchidanand, thank you.
Jai Sachidanand.
Kanji, let us introduce Dr. Shiv Kumar Gupta ji. Doctor, am I audible, Chandrakant?
Yes, sir, you are clearly.
I would request Dr. Shiv Kumar Gupta ji. He has joined. We were both in State Bank of India. I was DGM Vigilance later in Punjab National Bank.
Oh.
I request Gupta ji. We are batchmates in SBI.
Gupta ji, I invite you, please unmute yourself.
Learned.
And
If he is there, he is continuing there. We'll request his feedback and some learning on this. I think he has discontinued. Okay,
I think he might have one.
Let us request some other people.
Well, I think Shaila Mulji madam is there.
Yes, Shaila madam.
Shaila Mulji ma'am, kindly unmute
Jai
yourself.
Satchidanand, Jai
Please.
Satchidanand to everybody.
I
That was
think
an excellent
you-
summary of the dhyanas, and I really
And I think
appreciate.
you had to join quite earlier there. I think it's just 6 a.m. that time you joined.
Yes,
Thank you very
it's
much.
okay.
It is so nice of you.
It keeps us alert. Keeps us alert.
All right.
Very important to stay alert in today's world.
Thank you very much. So let us go onwards. There are now some selected self-enlightening dictums of Dada Bhagwan. We revision for us and some new learning will also come up. Waiting desperately is a great cause of self-afflicting meditation, creating binding for one's downfall. Really, people become impatient if electricity supply gets disrupted even for half an hour and lose the spiritual earnings of many years in subjecting to such ill meditation. My God, one must be adjusting and observe patience always. So how important this tendency of adjusting everywhere and having patience all the time is. People really become, they don't like waiting. If the train is 1 hour late, they become restless. They start blaming. Some of them, they reach to station master and have a very hot exchange, hot words with him. This should not happen. One should have very good amount of patience, because these negative qualities, they create drainage for spiritual earnings of many years. These words are very important. If there is any deposit of spiritual earnings, because of this negative feeling that earnings will be lost. All right. Second is, will anybody help me to read this? May I invite?
Let us
Yashodhara madam, are you there? Okay. Where there is meditation, there is no egoism and vice versa. We have discussed this dictum in detail. Where there is a doership, no positive meditation can happen.
let us
Please,
request,
please, sir. Please, sir. Lala, sir, please.
let us request Binal Ben to read out some aphorisms.
Yeah, yeah. Binal Ben, please.
Binal Ben.
Binal Ben. The third one, the grace of
Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand.
The grace of an enlightened one enables one remain meditative in all difficulties.
Yes, this is also very, very important thing. That is why those who meet in person the enlightened one, Dada Bhagwan, they are really very, very blessed. The grace of enlightened one enables one remain in meditative. Otherwise, many ages are required to master this art of meditation. We are really fortunate, all of us, that we have this master yogi, the enlightened being, to guide us most properly. Vinal ma'am, next one.
All religions aim in evolving man in realizing the meditative status by disengaging their reflective consciousness from worldly affairs. Hence, they have supporting means of worshipping in the outer images or concentrating on inner spiritual dynamics, yogic chakras within man. It is helping man in increasing man's meditative potentials in the search of Supreme God, and thus weakening man's worldly clinging as such.
So this dictum is a good answer to those who call themselves atheist or non those who do not believe in religion. All religions, all the principal religions of the world, their aim is to conduct the spiritual progress of man, to conduct the further evolution, and to make him disengaging his reflective consciousness, to shift his reflective consciousness from worldly affairs to divinity. So that is why there are so many customs, traditions, rituals. Religion is a practical science in one way. But people, those who don't understand, it is very difficult to make them. It is helping man in increasing man's meditative potentials. We discussed in the midway that what happens when we enter the temple. All right. Next. Pinalji.
When one feels unhappy, it is Artadhyana, self-inflicting meditation. If one is contemplating doing harm on others, is a Raudradhyan, evil meditation. If one contemplates giving happiness to others and remains self-contented despite limited means, is called Dharmadhyana, auspicious meditation.
Yes, this we discussed elaboratively. So no need to feel unhappy because it is Artadhyana. No need to have self-inflicting meditation. No need to contemplate doing harm to others. That is why in all religions, forgiveness is considered as great attribute. if one contemplates giving happiness to others and remains self-contented despite limited means, is called Dharmadhyana, auspicious meditation, and its karmic result is wonderful. Next one, Pinalji.
To the extent one is relieved from passions, anger, pride, deceit, greed, there is corresponding increase in meditative actions. Total freedom from these passions means perfected meditation.
My goodness. And is there any need to go to Himalayas or the Girnar or the forest for meditation? Here comes the wonderful dictum of Dada Bhagwan. When one is relieved from passions, generally people have formed this opinion that meditation means to be aloof from crowd, to find out some place where there is no sound at all, and to sit there all alone. It might be, it's viewpoint, we appreciate it, but to the extent one is relieved from passions, if one recognizes the inner enemies, anger, pride, deceit, and greed, and one defeats them, it is also a nice meditation. There is corresponding increase in meditative actions. So these four enemies are holding the legs while somebody is on the spiritual path. These are the enemies within. If one has to march on the spiritual path, then he should have defeated all these four internal enemies, then he can make good progress in meditative actions. So total freedom from these passions means perfected meditation, and this is possible. And this is the unique thing about the teachings of holistic scientists, that he confirms that things are not so difficult, things are not so complicated. One can have this meditation easily. He doesn't have to do a lot of hard work, labor work, or a lot of thinking, or he does not need to visit this or that place. Even refraining from these passions, one can have good meditation. Dear friends, that's all for today. If any question is there, we can discuss for a few minutes are there. The next Sunday on 4th February, we will have a session on marvelous human body. This will be also very amazing session. Will be taken by Mr. Rishi Karetia, and we will come to know how this human body is miraculously made by nature. If any
Chandrakant bhai.
Yes, sir.
Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand, Suresh Dada.
A great presentation. We just joined lately, you know, we were with the founder of this HSRC, Vasant Dada.
Yeah. Thank you very much for joining, sir.
So he's so excited that you are doing all these things. Great work and preparations.
So, Chandrakant,
Yes, sir.
let us request Dr. Nimesh to say something.
Dr. Nimesh.
Yes.
Yes. Dr.
Jai
Nimesh.
Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand. Thank you. Very, very clear explanation and very helpful for all of us. Thank you.
Nimesh, add something from your side.
Yes, please add, sir, something from your side.
Next.
No, I think this everything that was said is sort of, as we listen, we can think of examples from our own life, and it sort of, we can confirm that nobody can dispute what is being said. It seems so clear. Thank you.
You want to say something?
May I
Sorry.
invite Mr. Pinji? Please. Okay,
Right.
everyone, thank you very much. Let us meet again on the next Saturday, and let us share whatever we had today in our circle. This world really need to learn the ways of being happy, calm, and composed. So let us share whatever we
This is
get from holistic scientists.
a,
Lala sir.
this is a unique concept. Actually, those who have pursued meditation, I was myself on this in this line before meeting Dada Bhagwan. This is a wonderful concept. Concept of auto meditation is something new which the world has to know. That the person is one or the engage in one or the other meditation always, all the 24 hours, even if he's sleeping in the dreams also, there's something going on, no? Everything, always, all your moments will be in one or the other meditation. And during the process, one is accruing some karmas, right? Which he is again, he has to undergo the effects, similar effects, no? So these are wonderful concepts and it will be very useful. We'll circulate this recording and participants can share with their friends. Thank you everyone for attending, and those who we have made them wake up early like Sheila Ben. Some common time we had to decide. We decided this time after consultation of Los Angeles representative Mohan Bhai himself, your uncle only, right? And because we are from different continents and time zones, please bear with us. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Jai Satchidananda.
Thanks a lot, and Jai Sachidanand to all of you. Thank you very much.
Jai Sachidanand. Jai Sachidanand.
Very good time.
Jai Sachidanand.